guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So today we're going to make homemade bacon, or at least start it. It's a 7 to 10 day process, and so we're starting this Sunday and we'll finish it up next week. And I just thought I'd bring you along because it's absolutely delicious. If you've never tried this, I mean, there's tons of videos out there. I've watched a lot of them. My inspiration has come from Russ Jones over at Smoky Ribs, Tom's Test Kitchen. I think that was the first bacon I watched a couple of years ago, and then Greg at Ballistic Barbecue years ago. And so anyways, all of these guys inspire me every day, and one of the inspirations here was bacon. So we're going to make homemade bacon, and it tastes absolutely phenomenal compared to store-bought. It's like hands down. And I found these pork bellies at Costco, believe it or not. So I've got 2 of them. They're both 4.5 pounds, and I'm going to make my, you make a rub, if you will, and it will brine these over the 7 to 10 days. It's going to be fantastic. Don't forget to check the links that I've left for you in the description box below, because there'll be an Amazon link as well as my Facebook page, my mailing address, and you guys can go say hi over on Facebook. And if you've ever made bacon, leave me a comment and tell me what you did with it. Okay, so I've got my bowl here, and you want to make sure that you've got a non-reactive bowl. You're going to be putting brown sugar, and this is sugar helps pull moisture out as well as acts as a preservative. So 2/3 of a cup of packed brown sugar, and then I'm going to need 1/3 of a cup of kosher salt. Bacon's salty. And I've also got pink curing salt. This is not to be mixed up with pink Himalayan pink salt. It's not the same thing. This is a curing salt. It also helps preserve it, but it does help kill bacteria. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. And for this amount, I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. So let's see if I've still got 2 teaspoons in here. If not, it'll be what's left. And you can do bacon without the curing salt. I quite often buy bacon with no nitrates in it because this does have 6% nitrite in there. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the Cajun seasoning, and this is my Cajun seasoning. It's fantastic. It's not salty, so we're not adding more salt necessarily, but it's got a kick and it's earthy, and I think it's going to make this bacon phenomenal. We'll put a good 1/3 of a cup of that in there, and let's give it a mix and see what I think. I want another 1/3 of a cup. So 2/3 of a cup of my Cajun seasoning, and you could do this any way you want. You could do it with just the salt and the sugar, and it'd be fine. But why not put some flavor in it? Now I've got 2 jumbo Ziploc bags. The gallon size aren't quite big enough for these, and the skin is taken off the fat side, and I mean, it's going to be beautiful. Well, so we're going to go ahead and load this in here. This also gives me plenty of room to get the rub put in there. Put the second one here, put in its bag. And now we're going to pretty much split this rub in half. Make sure you feel like you've got it mixed good. And this is going to pull the moisture out, and your bacon will go from being very pliable, this pork belly, from being very pliable to very firm, because it loses the moisture. So, splitting up my rub down here. You want to get in there and really coat it well. your bag over and get the other side. And this makes perfect amount for this much pork belly. Flip it over. And you'll see it start pulling the moisture out almost immediately. And then as this sits in the refrigerator, every day I'm gonna flip these bags and massage the rub back on it. So it's gonna have plenty just to wait for 7 to 10 days. And I'm probably gonna leave it in there 7. And then I'll bring you back on day 7 and I'll show you what's going on and we'll get to finishing up the bacon. Okay guys, so I'm back with the bacon and check that out. Doesn't that look fantastic? So it's got that color and it's really firm. It's changed the texture. So what I did is yesterday was day 7. And I took this out, I rinsed it really well, really rubbed as much of that rub and cure that I could get off of it, patted it dry, and then it's been sitting in the refrigerator on these racks so air can circulate around it and cause a pellicle. And basically all that means is dry it out enough that the smoke will really adhere to this. It's going to make it fantastic. So we're getting ready to go put this out on the big green egg. And any smoker will do. You can even turn your barbecue into a smoker, but we're going to smoke this until we get an internal temperature of 150 degrees. And that should be plenty of smoke. I'm going to do this pretty low and slow because I don't want to rush this or get the meat too hot. I want smoke. And we're going to use a combination of hickory and applewood. Absolutely delicious. So I'll meet you out on the at the big green egg and we'll put this on. So I'm just going to give you a close-up shot of this. I don't know how well you can see it because of the light out here. It's pretty bright. It's still early afternoon. But we're going to go ahead and get this on, and I'm excited. I've got the smoker at 220. I don't want it to go above that. I actually would like to bring it down to about 200, but we'll see how it works. I've got the center plate in, feet side up, so we get that deflection. I'm hoping I have enough room here. Barely. We may have to move things around, or, yeah, we may have to, but for right now, this is perfect. Now that's a beautiful thing. Homemade bacon! I can't wait. Thanks to all the guys on YouTube that have done videos to inspire all of us. So anyhow, let's get this shut down and I'll see you when this is done. I'll let you know how long it takes. Remember, I'm going to 150 internal temperature. I can't believe how easy this was. Now, I had absolutely 2.5, almost 3 hours, about 2 3/4 hours of smoking. And you can still see some smoke here because I've got it open. But I used this rack out of a roasting pan that I have to just get more even smoke. And these are up to temperature. We're going in the house. We're going to let them cool down. I can't slice them until they're totally cool. So, and then we'll give you a finished product. I can't wait. I have the chilled bacon. And doesn't that look gorgeous? That's been in the refrigerator overnight, and it just makes it easier to slice, and it sets that smoke flavor. I'm not right-handed, but I can't move the camera at a different angle, so I'll try to cut a few pieces over on this side if I can. And we like thick bacon, so, you know, for breakfast bacon, oh, look at that. Get them as thick or as thin as you like. Now let me get a little easier over on this side here. It's very firm. Super excited. So we're going to go ahead and slice up what we need for breakfast, and that's what it looks like. So I can tell you that this actually does cook up a little bit faster, so you want to really watch it because you don't want to burn it. And we want to render that fat a little slower. You don't need to be much higher than a medium heat. You could do this in the oven as well. I like to do it both ways. I want to save the fat off of this bacon and use it for cooking. So doesn't that look fantastic? So I'll bring you in when I'm taking my taste test bite. Doesn't that look fantastic? absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to taste it. And you can smell from cutting it to cooking it, you can smell the smoke, and that smoky flavor has got to be there because I can smell it. Anyways, let's blot off a little of the excess, and hopefully we got this crispy. It's got a great meaty chew to it. And that Cajun spice comes through. But not overwhelming at all. And smoky, delicious, homemade bacon. Guys, thanks for the inspiration. Oh. And if this inspires you to make your own bacon, I highly recommend it. Go check out my friends over at all those other channels that barbecue and do their own bacon. And so guys, I hope this inspires you to come back and see us again. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit the thumbs up if you love bacon. And as always, guys, if you like this, go ahead and share it on your Facebook page. Go check the links that I've left for you in the About section below. And go check out the other guys that are doing bacon out there, because it's all wonderful, and I thank them very much for the inspiration. All right, guys, I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.